Hello everybody, we are just 2 weeks from Sonic and Shadow Generations being released, and oh my god, I'm so excited. I know they're gonna remaster Sonic's story so much, it's gonna look just amazing. I mean, look at Shadow's story, think of how Sonic's story is gonna look. I'm sorry? Wait, did they did it graphically enhance it at all? Son of a bitch! Well, hey, you're in luck, because if you still own the Steam version of Sonic Generations, whether that's gotten legally or illegally, I have a list for you of mods that you can use that will honestly give you the experience we should get with the new Sonic Shadow Generations. Some being cosmetic that you don't need, some just being blatantly making the game better and what it should have had. Now, I'm not here to waste your time, so I'm just gonna start off with 2 mods that just stabilize the game a bit with how unstable it is on PC. Starting with better FX pipeline, and the mod description is just a mod that improves upon the FX pipeline renderer. This mod is made by Scythe. Then we have Direct 3D 11. Now, I don't know what renderer Sonic Generations originally used, but this mod is also made by Scythe, which just replaces the game's renderer to use Direct 3D 11, which just stabilizes the game so much. Now, we could easily just stop here and make it an easy video and say, alright, those are the only 2 mods you need, you can now play the game and just have a grand old dear time, but nah, we're gonna add on a lot more. Starting with another mod made by Scythe, which is Soft Shadows, which I don't even gotta show you, it just smoothens the shadows of the game, which can be a bit performance costing, so I'd be careful if you don't have a beefy gaming PC like mine. Now, as I just said, a lot of these mods can down the performance, so if you don't have a beefy gaming computer, then I don't recommend some stuff. Like, we have 2 mods that are labeled with HQ, which is just meaning high quality, which is HQ hub character textures, which just upscales the character textures in the hub, and HQ pre-rendered cutscenes. This is using the PS3's cutscenes because the Xbox 360 cutscenes, which were used in the PC release, aren't the highest quality because Xbox 360 didn't really have the Blu-ray capability that the PS3 did. So, Becca managed to get the PS3 cutscenes to work on PC. Now, if you know people who have modding expertise, you can use Hedge Mod Manager's codes and turn on, okay, I forgot what it was called because I can't find it in the Hedge Mod Manager codes, but it's just a code that makes it so Sonic Generations can have the capability to play 1080p files like cutscenes. Now, there are no mods out there that make it so the cutscenes are 1080p, but I'm sure if you know somebody who does modding, you might be able to convince them to make this. Or you might be able to do it yourself. I don't know, but it's on the possibilities if you want to manage to get 1080p cutscenes. Now we come on to a lot of cosmetic stuff. Starting with Perfect Chaos at Sunrise. Mind you, God, I would recommend turning this on because it's so beautiful. Like, you won't regret this. Here, I'll show a screenshot real quick. Looks fucking beautiful, right? Yeah, I'd recommend it. Then we have Sonic Generations Reimagined, which, if you saw the image earlier, which I'll just throw up one more time, changes a lot of the stages. I wouldn't recommend turning this on if it's gonna be like your first time playing through the game and you wanted to just make it so it's definitive. Then again, I'd recommend waiting for Sonic and Shadow Generations for that. Though, if it's your second playthrough and you're feeling like you just want to play the game, I'd recommend this to get like a little bit of a different experience. Now, this one I would only recommend if you're fine with Japanese Sonic, which I personally love the Japanese voice actors for a lot of the characters. Besides Amy, she sounds very suspicious. So the game is retranslated from when it went from Japanese to English to be more accurate to what it was actually, because a lot of story gets lost with retranslation with Sonic the Hedgehog. Then one that I'd seriously say it's basically just why wouldn't you do this is the high res HUD, which by the name just makes it so the HUD is high resolution. I'll do a before and after real quick. Now, once again, you could just end it here, and honestly, I can say you're fully good. You can go out and do whatever you want, but there's just a couple more mods that I'd say you should add if it's your second playthrough, like I stated earlier, and you're looking for something different. This being Customizable Sonic and Classic Sonic Improvement mod. Customizable Sonic is actually something that would be used as clickbait. Even fucking Lady Lenovan said that. Sorry if I said that name wrong, but that's just something that would be clickbait. But now, like, they were able to make it so that there's a new HUD that you can open that just lets you customize Sonic, give him random pieces. I'll add some screenshots right now. Then we have Classic Sonic Improvement mod, which just changes it so Classic Sonic's model is different, and surprisingly adds the drop dash and the peel out. That's really cool, and it's very useful, and it comes with its own physics, so Classic Sonic is a little bit more balanced, won't have the super OP spin dash, but there are settings to enable that, don't worry. And it's just totally great, and I would recommend using the model that they use, because it's very high quality. I'll add an image right now. Now we come up with a couple final mods that I say are pretty good that you should use and will be compatible with the Customizable Sonic mod, which I forgot to explain. If you're like me and you know how to extract stuff from Generations and you know how to get into its textures and models files, I did use someone's high quality Sonic textures to replace some of Customizable Sonic's textures. If you know how to do that, then good for you. If this video gets enough recognition, I will make a tutorial on that just in case, if you guys really want that. But we have another mod made by Scythe, which is the Unleashed Drift, which just replaces the normal Generations Drift with the Unleashed Drift. So we go from being this boring ball to the cool, stylish Unleashed Drift, which is compatible with Customizable Sonic. Then we have the Unleashed Foot Sweep Restored, made by a lady Lenovo. I'm just saying Lenovo. Which just makes it so if you tap B twice, that's the only thing I know because I use a controller, it will do the sweep kick, which has collision and can defeat enemies and can be used during movement. We have another mod made by Scythe, which is the free camera mod, which is how I've been getting my screenshots, which is literally exactly what the name is. Just makes it so you can press a button and you go into a free camera state. We have one that's optional, but I will use it, which is Time Eater Fixed Forever, which just makes it so Time Eater is a little bit more balanced. He isn't really so annoying, and the theme is Sonic Youth by Crush 40. Then we have Score Generations, which if you were a big Sonic fan during the Adventure era, you will know what this means. It just makes it so instead of it being so time-based and death-based, where you can just not die once in a stage and still get an S rank, makes it so you actually have to do stuff. You have to get your score, you have to defeat enemies, you gotta collect rings, you gotta do skills, you gotta do all of that so you can get the S rank, which makes it so you have to gain skill, and it just makes the game more challenging and fun. Then we have Wall Jump Fix, which just fixes the janky wall jumping.